Hello, Jamie here from Inky and Scrappy, sharing with you today a simple lift the flap slimline card using Fawn's very special stamp set. I am taking the Munchie Mouse from that one, the little mouse that's eating the strawberry, and I'm altering it and masking and altering to show that he is eating the cupcake. So on this first one, I think my piece of paper shifted because I had my plastic panel under there, and so it didn't work quite as planned. And so I'm just trying to reline that up by putting the strawberry cutout on top of my mouse image. And I ended up putting a little bit of adhesive on there so it would stick to the stamp and not my fingers. And then I could lay it down and stick it to the paper. And then I ended up masking the mouse off to kind of to be able to stamp my cupcake in there. And I also had die cut a scalped circle piece and then just used that as the mask, and then I used that to trace the little munchie marks into the cupcake, and then I just touched up my mouse wherever I might have missed with the stamp masking. And then I did it again because I wasn't happy. I wasn't sure if I liked it, and I wanted options. So there is that one, and that one. And I wasn't over the moon with both of them. So I wanted to try one more way. And this, I think, was the best way. I stamped the cupcake first. I masked the cupcake off. And then I added the mouse. And I did mask a portion of the cupcake off before I stamped it so that I could add the little munchie marks into the side. And then the only thing with this one was the strawberry on his tummy, and it looks like a tummy line. It's just got seeds on his tummy. So I ended up fixing that in the end by just adding a really dark marker color over it. I am pulling in some already pre-stamped and colored images as my guide for coloring on these. The colors I am using are from the Ohuhu bullet nib line. I don't even think they're new ones. I'm pretty sure are numbered differently. It's my only gripe about Ohuhu's is their numbering system is not as easy as the Copics, but they are a lot cheaper. So I have a whole lot more of the Ohuhu color options than I do the Copics, and I have a lot of Copic color options. So I'm going in with some dark grays here, or warm grays. I started with a W5 and then a W4, and coming in with a W1 for my lightest tone, and then adding some pinks in 27 and 26 to the cheeks and the ears. And then I do a double layer of color on my mouse in the grays just to get a better blend. And then I did come in with a W7, I do believe, or W8 to fix the tummy on that one. So he's got a much darker tummy than he has a front. And there's me saying hi to the camera because it did not want to recognize where it was supposed to be filming. So I'm using the stitched Slimline stack from Fawn. It's got the lift the flap die in it for Slimline as well. So I die cut the biggest one out of a piece of pattern paper from Close to My Heart. It's a very old pattern, so it's just a pretty color. I have like more pattern paper than I will be able to use in this lifetime, unless I get back to my scrapbooking, which I should probably do. And so here is the brown is the cocoa color. It's a dark chocolate color. And then that was the medium one with the lift the flaps in the medium one. And then I cut the small one in my white because that's going to be the panel that sits behind my lift the flaps. This way it's small enough that I don't have to worry about it sticking out of my brown one, and it's going to be big enough to fit underneath all three of those flaps without me having to measure anything and figure it out. Because I had headaches last week, sinuses, allergies, I don't know. It was just not my week. So I laid out kind of what I was thinking scene-wise to see if it would fit. And the background I ended up doing clouds on the top and grass on the bottom. I'm thinking maybe I could have done the office scene with this one, but it turned out cute. I just thought the last one maybe needed something else because it's, you know, the poor little mouse is just sitting in the field. But I guess if I was that little mouse and I had to sit in the field, I'd want a cup of coffee. Well, I'm not mad about it. And I tend to like quiet, open spaces over people. So this is definitely a me card. Like, cupcakes. And then I eat all the cupcakes because, cupcakes. And then my tummy's all full. And it goes, ugh. Well, then I need some coffee to, you know, go around the cupcakes and wake me back up. Because once I eat all the cupcakes, I'm tired. So I'm trying to decide what to do on the front. I wanted to keep it simple because I tend to go overboard, as this is only my second lift the flap card. The first one I did was a little extra, and it took me like 3 days to color and cut and assemble because I did a little scene on each of the flaps on the outside. And then I think I did like a storefront on each of the flaps on the outside, like a village scene. And then each of the flaps on the inside was like, this one is the bakery, so it had baked goods in it. And this one, like, you know, whatever you'd find, which it turned out cute. It just took a lot of time. And this one, I wanted it to be plainer on the front and the outside. And so when you lift that flap, you get that bright pop of color on the inside. And that was what I was going for. So I think I achieved that. And then I am using some, I'm pretty sure these are scrapbook adhesive 1/8 inch foam strips, and just 2 of them together on the tops and the bottoms and the outsides, and then just 1 in the middle. I find with the lift the flap, it seems to be a little easier to lift the flap if there's a little bit of room between the flap and the panel underneath. And so that's why I did the foam. And then I did come in with an interactive set that said lift on each one of those flaps as well when I did the front. And now I'm just going to set the scene for each of these. The little mouse finds all the cupcakes, yum. And then the little mouse eats all the cupcakes, burp. And then the little mouse is tired, so yay, 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 coffee! So I was trying to find something on that last flap for in a speech bubble, even if I had to go with a bigger speech bubble. And I just didn't have anything that was small enough or that just worked. I really wanted it to say need caffeine or wake up or something. And I just didn't have anything in my elusive stash of coffee stuff and or Lawn Fawn products that worked for what I was. So I ended up with the yay, yay, yay. Or yay. I think it's yay, yay, yay. And I am just finishing up with what I had left for the leftover images. I had an extra coffee cup and a cupcake, so that went down on the bottom. And then I just pulled out a birthday stamp for the inside. And so it's fairly simple on the outside, and the inside color has some pop to it. And that is the card for today. So thank you for watching. This is Jamie, and thank you so much for subscribing.